Okay.
All right, guys. Recomp 2020 is moving along pretty well. As you can see, I have not gotten any leaner, which I actually predicted, but I'm getting a lot stronger. I'm increasing the volume of my workouts, the volume of my explosive cardio. I'm getting a lot stronger. Back up to 315 pounds for 20 rep squats. I'm at 285, which means next week I should be 295, 5 plates for my trap bar deads for 5 reps. I'm doing 100 squat tucks and 100 burpees after my lower body workout. So I'm actually eating more and constantly increasing my calories so that I could get my workout intensity, weights, and volume up without adding fat. Okay, and now as I reach some of these goals, I'm gonna go ahead and start to lean up, okay, while maintaining my muscle or actually adding a little bit more muscle and strength. So I started out having 4 meals of chicken and almonds, then I brought it up to 1 high-fat meal, then another high-fat meal. Now I'm just having 4 high-fat meals, whey protein and dextrose before and after my workouts, KSM protein at night, total of 7 meals a day. So this is my high-fat meal. First of all, this is how I meal prep. I buy, in this case, 80% ground chuck, 80% lean ground chuck, and I put 8 ounces in a bag. Okay, I got a whole freezer full of these little baggies, so I just take, I have 4 of them flowing out and 4 of them for the day. Okay, constantly in the refrigerator, so I've always got them flowed out. The rest are in the freezer, and this is basically the way I cook it. It's the fastest and the most efficient for me right now to bake. All right, so this is basically what I do. I have a glass container with a lid, okay? So what I'm doing right now is while the oven's preheating, I'm preparing my next 2 meals, okay? One of them, I'm gonna just eat right out of this glass container. The other one, I'm gonna put the lid on, okay? And in 3 hours, I'm just gonna have to microwave it, glass, not plastic, and then I'm gonna basically eat it right out of the container. So these glass casserole dishes with lids are just awesome. Okay, it's perfect for when serving. So what I do is, I probably don't need to, but I put in some olive oil spray. Okay, put in the ground chuck. Okay, and I add in for the electrolytes because I am still low carb, high fat. Okay, I'm just taking carbs right before and after my explosive workout. So I put in no salt, okay? Sodium-free salt. This is, however, a good source of potassium, okay? Then you have sea salt, which is a good source of sodium. So I'm using this because it tastes good, obviously, but I'm using this also as a source of potassium, a source of sodium, because when you go low carb, high fat, you tend to lose electrolytes. This replaces the electrolytes. And this stuff, Maggi seasoning, it's German soy sauce basically, okay, from Saarland, which is on the border of France. This stuff is awesome. I love it when I'm eating a lot of fat. So anytime I eat some kind of a creamy sauce or something, definitely put a lot of that stuff on. It tastes awesome. I love it. When I was living in Germany, I put Maggi on everything. Came back here, could barely find it. My girlfriend found it on Amazon, which is fucking awesome. Make sure you get German Maggi, because sometimes they'll make it in China. Shit ain't right. So anyway, so I go ahead and put some sodium and potassium salt in, some Maggi, mix it up a little bit, and I do the same thing. All right, 30 minutes, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, now I take in 1/4 of my goal weight in pounds and grams of protein with each meal. So I'm aiming for like 200 pounds, okay? Leanish body weight, goal body weight. So I'm taking in 50 grams of protein per meal. Now this, because of the fat, has actually less protein in it than a similar amount of chicken, okay? Because chicken is basically pure protein. So it went from 47 grams of protein in 200 grams of chicken, and now we're at 38 grams of protein in 8 ounces. So I need to up the protein. So what I do is I add in a 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. Okay, this is 4% milk fat, full fat cottage cheese. Okay, not reduced fat or anything. And 1/2 cup of this is 11 grams of protein, and it bumps the protein content up from 38 to 49, so we're right around 50 once again. And yes, I do actually weigh my cottage cheese to go ahead and get the half cup. I don't use like a serving cup or eye it. So 113 grams is a half a cup. Sorry, a little bit too much. Okay, now I'm hungry. I'm burning massive amounts of calories because I'm doing very heavy, very hard weight training. Then I'm doing very heavy, very hard, intense interval training 6 days a week, okay? I'm hungry. For a while there, I wasn't increasing my strength. I wasn't increasing my size. So what I decided to do was to concentrate, instead of on getting lean, I'm getting stronger, increasing my performance, building some muscle. So I'm increasing the fat. I'm still hungry after eating these high-fat meals, so what I decided to do was add in some ricotta cheese. This tastes awesome too, okay? So what I'm basically doing is adding in a couple spoonfuls of ricotta cheese, okay? I'm eyeing this. This is just for the added fat. I'm not weighing it. I'm not measuring it, okay? If I was doing a cut, I would have to measure everything, okay? I don't even count this in my calories. Basically, all I do is add in approximately the same amount by eye of ricotta as cottage cheese, mix it up, and when the beef is done cooking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in. This is something actually I learned from my girlfriend. She used to make fake lasagna, which I loved, and what it basically was is a bunch of ground beef, ricotta cheese, cottage cheese. We throw on some kind of a cream sauce, but this has really upped my calories. This has really upped my my fat content of my meals. And this is, it just tastes awesome. I really look forward to every single meal of this. So what I'm gonna do is when everything's done cooking, I'm gonna chop it up in the casserole dish, pour this on, more Maggi, more salt, and then I'm gonna go ahead and eat it. It's gonna be awesome. All right, just pulled it out. I actually enjoy this food. Okay, this is not like, yes, people talk about like, oh, you're just eating cardboard and you don't miss eating potato chips. No, I don't like eating potato chips. Okay, the only reason I take in carbs right now before and after my workouts is I'm busting my backside doing high intensity workouts, and I just do a whole lot better doing them when I've got some carbs in me. But the rest of the day, it's just a lot of fat. So look at this. Look at how gorgeous this is. How gorgeous all this fat is, okay? I do not drain this, okay? All I do is kind of just chop it up because it's like a hamburger when it comes out. Go ahead and put a little bit more potassium salt in. A little more sodium sea salt in, a little bit of Maggi because it's awesome, and just kind of mix this in. So like I said, this is actually tastes awesome. This is very similar to that fake lasagna that my girlfriend makes that I'm gonna have to show you guys in another video. This tastes just awesome. Gotta be a little bit careful now because it just came out of the oven, but the bottom line is it's just eat right out of the casserole dish. This one over here, by the time I'm done eating, this is gonna be cooled off. I'm just gonna put the top on it. I'm gonna do the same thing later. I'm just gonna microwave it, chop it up, throw the cottage cheese and ricotta on. That'll be another awesome meal. But yeah, this is what I eat 4 times a day. That is my high-fat meal on Recomp 2020. Now, once again, this is not precise with the ricotta, okay? The point is, I need protein constantly for obvious reasons, okay? Maintain and build muscle, okay? I take in carbs before and after my workout just to fuel my workout and then to refill my glycogen stores. The rest of the day, if I need more food because I need more energy, because I'm hungry, because I'm not growing, because I'm not getting stronger, I just add in fat. So that's the reason why the rest of the day I keep adding in fat. I mean, protein I take in optimal. Whether I'm cutting, bulking, it doesn't matter. I take it the optimal amount. It does not change. And like I said, carbs, if I take them, there's no point to taking in more carbs or carbs outside of this window before and after my workout. So like I said, that's the reason why I added the fat. Now, because I'm really concentrating on my performance and not getting lean, I do not measure the ricotta. I just throw it in, I eye it, and I'm feeling good. I'm not stuffed, I'm not bloated, but I'm also not starving. So, like I said, I'm basically erring on the side of having a little bit more fat than having a little bit less fat. I'm erring on the side of not losing fat, however, building muscle, okay? And this is obviously going to change once I start reaching some of these goals that I have for like I said, deadlifts, I should probably be back to 5 plates next week. After that, we're going to look, I might go ahead and start to pull it in a little bit. We'll see.